Now, 800 CHAB presents Ask the Expert. Here's Rob Carney.
With our insurance expert, Greg Marcyniuk from Heritage Insurance in downtown Moose Jaw. Greg, it's in the news again, and it won't be the end of it. It'll be in the news again and again and again, and that is fraud when it comes to your debit card, your bank debit card. It happens all the time, and we need to guard against it, sir.
That's correct, Rob. Regina Police Services, they actually sent out alert on this. What had happened, it was between March and April, and basically the suspects, they end up actually substituting their PIN pad terminal with what they call a card skimmer. And the biggest thing is that the PIN has the capability, like these altered PIN cards have the capability of taking the number as well as your PIN number when you are putting it in. And basically what had happened is between March and April, those actual cards were skimmed. And then beginning September, sometime in September, out of New York, there were approximately 50 such individuals that actually, they went to the ATMs and they fraudulently took money out of their accounts between $30 and $800. So that was, very unfortunate. The financial institutions did contact the customers that they feel have been actually compromised. Typically, they are fairly good on it, but just as far as some of the tips and how the crime occurs, basically the person will say, your PIN won't work. We need to put it along the stripe side. So that's a number one flag coming up when they say they want to actually stripe your card, because that's taking the information on the magnetic side. So avoid using the swipe option. Always try and use the PIN pad machine if possible. Now, the other thing is when you're putting in that chip card, your chip should not go in any more than approximately an inch with, when you're going to reputable places, when you're purchasing from reputable retailers, how far that PIN card goes in. So if it's going in like halfway through the card, right away you will know that there's an issue and there's a problem there. Somebody's trying to get the information, because that's when they're going to get your PIN number. The biggest thing that financial institutions do recommend is that most of your PIN cards do have a tap feature, so that you can just tap the card. I know my card, I only have a limit of $100, of which I would recommend some people have higher limits, or you may want to put 50. But the downside of that is if that credit card is stolen, then somebody else can use it with that tap feature. So the other thing that you want to do is make sure you change your PIN numbers on that on a monthly basis, so that what happened in Regina wouldn't happen in New York, because typically they will compile that, wait a while, and do that. So we do recommend that not only on your debit card that you change, but also on your credit card. I know it's a hassle, but that hassle can save you a lot of money. The other thing that you want to do is make sure that you review your statements regularly. Like go online and see on your debit card if there's been any, and look detailed, because some of these were very small transactions. A lot of people won't notice that, and $30 here, $60 here, it doesn't take long to add up, and you could lose a fair amount of money. So those are things that you want to be aware of. Just be very cautious when you are using the cards, because again, these criminals are getting a lot more where they're thinking about things and wanting to take advantage of you.
Yeah, that's the key, to make sure you check your bank statement, that's for sure. Another great tip is to change your PIN number from time to time, and you can find these tips online, Greg.
That's correct. NoHassleInsurance.ca, or come on down to the corner of Fairford and First and talk to any of our fine people here at Heritage Insurance.
This has been Ask the Expert on 800 CHAB.